Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Lever Guns 50. Today we got some more cast bullets. We got this one here from Georgia Boy, and this one here was from CW Longshot, and this one here is a what is this? It's a 200. There's a 200 grain Sahara bullet, and this right here is a really unique bullet made out of a 5.56 cartridge, just a brass cartridge, and it was made into a actual bullet. So I got a video on that. I'll leave a link to that video where I shot those particular bullets right here. That way you can check out that bullet, how a better, closer look at these bullets. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot these cast bullets. And this one here, and this is 38.55. This one here is 318 grains. This one here from Georgia Boy 44, that's 151 grains. I believe he said it was 16 Brental hardness. Not sure what this one is from CW Longshot, but we're gonna shoot them over here into some wet books and see what they do. And I wanted to talk a little bit about cast bullets in your 38.55. Now, when Winchester created the 38.55, he took the 38.50 Bullard and he lengthened the cartridge slightly so it could hold 55 grains of powder. And then they called it 38.55 Win, or Winchester centerfire. Now, back in those days, the 38.55 was made for paper patch bullets. And those paper patch bullets were undersized, not only because of the paper, but generally back then you wanted your bullet to be soft enough to squish out against that paper and really hold that paper on there good, and then also expand on out into the rifling. And that's something that the 38.55 was made for, but with these modern way people do their bullets, they make really hard bullets. So these hard bullets coming out of this cartridge are already undersized, and because they're hard, they don't expand out against the rifling or anything, and so they generally just kind of, you know, skitter down the barrel. They may or may not catch the rifling, and they're not getting good accuracy out of them. But the main reason is because these cartridges were not made for hard bullets. It's made for soft bullets. Soft bullets expand out against the rifling, fill up those grooves, and come out the barrel spinning like they should. Where the hard cast bullets, in order to do it properly, you'd need to redo your chamber and make it a little bit bigger, but they're never accurate when you do that for some reason. So I generally use softer bullets because softer bullets work just fine, and you can start out with an undersized softer bullet. It'll expand out into your rifling, and you won't have to worry about any of that. Of course, you can't get as good a velocity out of them. I've tried some powder coated, and they seem to get pretty good velocity, expand out into the rifling, and expand upon impact too, and didn't lead the bore that bad. So let's shoot these bullets and see what they do. Okay, today we're going to go from the heaviest to the lightest, and we're just going to try to get them all in them books and see what they do. So we're going to start out today. We're going to give you a good look at it. This is our we're going to give you a good look at it. This is our 800. This is our 318 grain bullet. Out of the 38.55, we're going to start out with that 318 grain bullet. I'm going to try to shoot it top center, not loving these sights. Okay, now I'm going to shoot the 251 grain bullet. Boy. All right, Georgia Boy bullet up next. We're going to shoot it to the left. It was quite a bit hotter. I hope it didn't come out the side. Now, we're going to shoot this bullet, and this is the 250 grain jacketed bullet made out of a 5.56 cartridge. I'm going to shoot it low bright. And last but not least, we're going to shoot this high right, and this is the 200 grain Sahara bullet. That made some confetti. So let's go check them out and see what they did. Okay. This is going to be the 200 grain Sahara. This is the, I believe, can't remember now, but I think that's the 250, it's actually a 260 grain bullet, but look at that. This in here is the slowest one. Look at the expansion on that 220 grain bullet. Look at the expansion on that one and that one. So that's one book. Look at what this Sahara did right there. I mean, it really did some weird numbers there. Okay, all three of them come through the second book. All four of them come through the third book. I heard something fall. Here's a bullet. It must have been stuck right here. So that is probably the Georgia Boy bullet. And that Sahara bullet stopped as well. This big old bullet, this 300 grain bullet, appears to have been tumbling. That's a big old wide. Okay, so let's get the bullets that's in this right here out. Okay, there's that Sahara bullet. So the Georgia Boy bullet and the 200 grain Sahara bullet went the same distance. Maybe the Sahara went a little bit farther. There is our bullet. It lost its core, but it was all together in one spot. So we're going to set it right there. Okay. Keep digging through here. Let's see what we come up with. Let's see. I guess both those bullets, well, no, that bullet is right there. I mean, it literally feels like it's right there. Maybe just some pieces. There's some more pieces in there. Well, let's dig it out. I think, well, no, it's got some hard pieces in there. Mostly just some pieces, I think. It's not actually, so it's actually in this book, apparently. Nothing went through that book. So we got 4 books there. So the 5th book, nothing went through the 5th book. Oh, so that must have been pretty much all that was left. So it must still, whatever remains is still in here somewhere. Its remains must be in there somewhere. Felt like just a bunch of junk. Trying to find like the jacket and stuff. Well, well, it apparently come apart like a $2 suitcase, but that was a lot of. Look at the size of it. It's coming through there. I mean, them are making some magnum holes through there. So anyhow, let's find this bullet. I think that's going sideways. There she is. Definitely going sideways. It had engaged in the rifling, but I don't think it filled out against it as hard as it should have. But the gun's not made for a 318 grain bullet. It's made for a 255 grain bullet. So this is what we got left, unless I can find that jacket somewhere. It'd be interesting to see what happened to it. It's lost its brains. What's weird is this book feels dry and it's been soaking for days. Look at the size of these holes coming out of here. That's weird how that Sahara bullet pulled through there like that. I don't know about you guys, but that's pretty cool. I don't know about you guys, but that 3855 is quite a bit of fun. We really need to do a lot more research into these, some load development and get some really good accuracy out of it. Now, so far with it, I find that the softer bullets seem to be more accurate. And they're also a lot easier to load for because you don't have to, I mean, it seems like the powder charge and the velocity is not as critical as long as they, are soft enough to expand out into the rifle and fill those grooves. This back sight, I'm gonna show it to you. I'm not a very big fan of it. To me, it's hard to get on sight. I don't really like it, and I'm not a big fan of it. It's just, I don't know, something clumsy about it. I don't like it. Now, it was sent to me by a friend, and I'm not, upset at him at all. That was awesome him sending it to me, because that way I didn't spend my money on something I don't like, which I'm offered to send it back to him if he wants it back, because I really don't like it at all. I'm going to go back with a receiver mounted peep sight and be done with it. But that's what I come up with. I really appreciate you guys watching. Drop me a little comment down below and give me some suggestions, or just, whatever you want to talk about, we'll talk about it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.